Is that offensively kind of what we're on tonight?
Yeah, never created any momentum for herself. Had some procedural penalties. I felt like when we did get some momentum, that put us into a 1st and 15. And against a good defense, you just can't put yourself in a hole like that. And I thought our defense really, second half, held them scoreless until really the last drive of the game. And they did what they could and held them to 21 points, a good team on the road. And offensively, we're just not creating enough momentum to put points on the board, put pressure on the other team, get our defense a rest. And there's things I know that we'll be better at. We'll be better as coaches. We'll be better as players. We're 4 games into the season. And we'll create our identity that we can rely on, that can put points on the board and stress defenses and help our team out.
Aside from procedural stuff, is there anything maybe you can put your finger on as to why momentum never
But it's a very difficult defense on the road. So they're teeing off on the snap count. We're trying to do our best to limit that. It's a great advantage they have here. Their fans are great. Their rush is outstanding. They've been a challenging defense all season long. They were challenging defense last week, so we knew that. So you can't give them any opportunity to get some momentum that they didn't earn necessarily, on some pre-snap stuff that we gave them. So great defense, and you got to play well, and you got to make some big plays, and we didn't do enough of that today.
Zac,
Go ahead.
there were 11 penalties called on you guys.
Yeah.
In the first half, 8 were accepted. After a game like last week in Minnesota, how can you explain the lack of discipline?
No, it is a lack of discipline. Pre-snap penalties. So again, it's just as a whole, it's not nearly good enough. We're a team that should not be having that problem. We have to get it corrected. We can't just hand the other team 5 yards and put us behind the 8 ball, especially dealing with some of the stuff we got to deal with on the road. And so we got to get it cleaned up.
Is there something that gives you hope
Yeah.
right now that you see to find your way out of it?
Absolutely. We've faced 2 of the tougher environments on the road against 2 really good teams. We didn't hold our own. We didn't do well enough. I think there's been pieces that we can continue to build on. Like I said, I thought our defense came out the second half. They got the ball first, and they did enough to give us an opportunity to get back in the game. And offensively, we just didn't give ourselves enough momentum to do that.
What did you think about Jake's play?
I think as a whole, we all got to do a better job. There's not a position I'm going to say that can't step up. Coaching, we got to do a better job. So again, it's the quarterback's always going to bear the brunt of the responsibility, and it's on all of us to do a better job.
The decision to check on the
Yeah, just to take the points, make sure we got the points. Again, it's a decision sometimes we've been aggressive with. In this one on the road early on, wanted to make sure we created some momentum for ourselves, so took the points now. The backed up 38? Yeah. Just create a stop, get the field position, our defense, get them to stop, and then capitalize on offense.
Zach, what's been the probably most frustrating thing about this 2-game stretch for you?
Well, not scoring. That's the hardest thing. Not scoring enough points. And we did a better job, obviously, securing the football today, but just didn't do enough to put the ball in the end zone.
There's an interaction between you and Jamar coming off the field versus what can you
Yeah.
feel about that?
Jamar, coming off a game like this, is one of my favorite players to deal with, quite frankly, because he's just competitive. And he just wants to win, and it comes across as emotional, but that's just a captain that works his tail off. All he wants to do is win the game. All he wants to do is affect the game. And oftentimes he feels like if I have the ball in my hand, I can do that, and I don't disagree with him. And we're always looking for ways to get him the ball. Obviously, sometimes for him, he can't see what's going on in the backfield and some of the challenges that we face back there, but I love Jamar. He's when I'm done coaching, he will be one of my all-time favorites for the way that he has, how many years has he been here? 4? 5? 5? For the way that he has, I wouldn't say matured because he was never immature, but just the way he's become the total pro that you want leading your football team and competing in practice and competing in games. I can't say enough about him, and I'm sure if that interaction was on site, it just comes from a place where I want to help the team win. I can help the team win, help me help the team win, and I love that about him.
Zach, a few times in the defense, they're going to have a hard time getting lined up, right? Was that getting personnel people in the league?
Yeah, I mean, we got to call in about that. Their subs and our subs.
What did you see on that fair catch penalty?
It's not a penalty, so he bobbled it, so you got to give him the space on the bobble. So then it becomes not a penalty at that point. They get possession of the ball. at the spot that it happened. So I know it was confusing there for a second, but the right call was made, right spot was made.
Y'all have had a lot of pressure from the years
Yeah.
back to tenure. Does this feel similar or different
Yeah,
from any of those times?
I just told the guys that. I've been here 7 years, I've been in the league 13 years. There's never been a season where we didn't face adversity in some form. Usually it's a lot worse than 2-2 early season adversity. So this is nothing that you get a chance to kind of watch more yesterday, games around the league. Feels like every team is going through something with the exception of 7 or 8. And so it's what teams are going to be able to stick together, find a way, find their identity, find a way to keep improving, build off the positive things we do. And I've got the utmost confidence that the guys in that locker room are going to be able to do that. It's coaching staff. So we're 2-2. We haven't played well the last 2 games over the entirety of the game as a team. And we just got to find a way to play better, find a win, and create some momentum for ourselves.
How much frustration is there in that room right now?
Well, it's just disappointment. You know, it is frustration. It's disappointment. These guys have worked. We have the talent. We have the coaches. Again, it's just about creating some momentum for ourselves. There really hasn't been in these 2 games for very different reasons. An opportunity for us that we've just created some momentum for ourselves where we can piggyback. Demetrius gets a pick. Let's go score some points. And now we feel like the game's turning in our favor, putting some pressure on them. And we haven't done something like that in the last 2 weeks. And again, we got a long season left to go, a lot of opportunity. I'm excited to see how these guys respond. Okay, thank you.